Farrell on it again, deep one around the back, Quinn there's the Frenchman goal! It's Andrew Quinn, the underdogs bare their teeth and show their fight in this cup final. Drogheda United strike first.
Welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, a Drogheda United fans podcast, proudly sponsored by the Coffee Box.
Hello and welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, episode number 24, season 2. And I'm joined again by Owen and Richie. How are we, lads?
Oh, good, lads.
Yeah, not about it.
Good stuff. Yeah, what was your initial thoughts the other night then after the game, Owen?
Yeah, it was a decent performance. Had chances to win it, as did Rovers. Probably a draw is probably a fair result in the end.
Richie?
Yeah, I thought we were excellent, lads. I thought we were really good. I said it to you coming out of the ground, Greg, so we walked out together. Like, that was the first 90 minutes we put together this season.
Yeah, I think that was the overriding feeling by a lot of people. Like, performance might have sort of lacked in certain areas, and there was a lot of silly mistakes here and there in the first half when you watch it back, but I never felt worried. Like, I always felt like we had a hold of it and we just performed so well as a team. It felt like kind of what we were saying a few weeks ago. It just felt like the Drogheda of last year. Yeah, just really solid as a unit. Like,
yeah. And you know what I noticed as well watching back, and even like watching the night, I thought the three centre halves were brilliant. The three of them together. Like, for most games, one of them would have had an off night, or maybe two of them. But the three of them were really good the other night.
Yeah, without doubt. I think Bulger had one of his best games in a long time. He was just throwing himself into everything.
Yeah.
And Keely was very vocal and giving out, and I know he's been giving out in the past, but he was sort of giving out about the wrong things. But he was directing a lot of it towards the ref, and he just looked well up for it. Like, I felt, and I thought was fucking great at times.
Oh, class! The three of them were brilliant, so that's what we built last season on, wasn't it?
Yeah,
how good we were at the back, and that was the first game this season I noticed them. We were really just in control of the back line. Really, really, really good.
What would you make of that, Borger?
Yeah, definitely probably the most solid. They've been very up and down this year. Like, we've had quite a few clean sheets, but just some absolute horror shows in between. So yeah, definitely one of probably the best defensive performance of the year. I thought Badgie was brilliant. One of his better games for us. Whole team no one really sticking out as playing particularly poorly in it, to be honest.
No.
Look, there was moments, and we're always going to have moments, but I think all the midfield in the first half, all three of them sort of gave the ball away twice, three times, just uncharacteristically sort of just giving the ball back to Rovers at one point, just misplaced tackles and things like that. And I mean, you're always going to have that in the game as well, but it was just fairly noticeable on the watch back. I know Bates did it a couple of times, Farrell did it, Ryan gave Rovers the ball back a couple of times, but look, there was other moments where he was absolutely busting a nut to get to the ball and done some great stuff. But it was just, there was a bit of a lack of quality, I found, especially in the first half, but from Rovers as well. Like, I didn't think it was a great game of football by any stretch of the imagination, but that's what we want when we're playing them. If it's a great game of football, that means we're more or less getting fucking battered, like.
Yeah, but it always seems to be that type of game, doesn't it, when we play Rovers at home? Like, we always do put it up to them. I don't know what happens when we go up there. We see it's like chalk and cheese playing them at home and playing them away. But I actually thought the three boys did well in midfield, because it is tough against Rovers because they always have a lot of the ball, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on, sorry, Richie, I'm interrupting you. Go on.
No, I just, I know John about a few passes and that going astray, but it's always that type of game. It can be, like, it suits us, as you said, to turn it into a bit of a scrap, into a bit of a battle, doesn't it, at home? And I thought the three of them were really good now. I thought the three of them did well together.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Yeah,
absolutely getting stuck in and all. Owen, go ahead, sorry.
just want to say, yeah, I thought Farrell had a good game in particular, playing a little bit more advanced than he
Yeah.
normally is. Obviously coming in for Kavanagh. Like I think we mentioned before, like that Farrell generally probably doesn't play in his preferred position. He did. And he got Pico sent off as well. Something Messi couldn't do. But yeah, I thought Farrell was particularly good. Just that little bit more advanced.
And do you reckon that was because Bates is in the team now? Is that giving them a little bit more?
Yeah, he's just a different role, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, because Bates was sitting. Was it sort of him and Ryan nearly sitting? Or was Bates a little bit further ahead of Ryan?
I thought they were kind of sitting.
Yeah. I just thought the three of them worked really well together.
Yeah, I thought so as well, yeah.
I felt definitely in the second half, I think Farrell came into it a bit more, because I think we came into it a bit more as an attacking threat. Definitely in the second half, we had more moments maybe than in the first, but that must have been a bit of a whirlwind for Bates. I mean, he came in and he played his first game, ironically, against the team bottom of the league, and then he goes into his second game and it's his first start and it's against the team top of the league, so it was a completely different sort of challenge for him. There's no way he was getting on the ball as much and sort of controlling things like he did in Sligo a little bit. And, you know, he was never going to be able to do that. But you just always felt with him there that he is quite vocal and he is quite commanding, and he's like a terrier. Like, he runs for everything. And that's what we need to do against Rovers, because I feel over the last while that we just showed them, especially in Tala, we showed them way too much respect. And we sit off. We look like frightened fucking lambs, and, you know, caught in the headlights a little bit the last time in Tala. It's like we're afraid to go after them because we know how good they are, and especially on the bigger pitch where they're kind of playing all those little triangles and really, really controlling the ball and controlling everything. But when we go after them, when we go at them, which we always tend to do in Tala in the second half when we've conceded, because we don't have much choice, we always look like a better side. And there was elements of that the other night where Rovers have the ball and all that, and obviously they have more possession of the football, but like, who gives a toss? When you look at the stats, like, I think we'd the same amount of shots, but we'd more shots on target, and, you know, blah, 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 stats, and, you know, the usual carry on. But I feel that's from a direct result of us just pressing them and just not showing them any respect, like just getting stuck in. And, you know, sometimes I feel like they bully us a little bit, Rovers, and it just didn't feel like that the other night.
No,
definitely not. I was just looking at the stats here. I know you said stats, whatever, but the tackle count was 25 to us, 7 to them. Like,
yeah.
So that shows getting real stuck in.
Well, surely that's who we are. Like, surely that's what that's the least that we expect from this team. Like, if you're not going to go out and play a shit ton of football, you have to compensate for that by, you know, being really, really physical, like living on the edge a little bit as well. Like, it turns out they were the ones living on the edge because they had the player sent off. But, you know, I love that about us when we're in that frame of mind, that you just see the lads are really up for this, and we're gonna throw in tackles and, you know, not be intimidated by the likes of Rovers.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. Yeah, and like, it just goes to show, like, and we said it here before, we are capable of it. Like, we are capable of competing with these teams. And like we said, we had to be that bit more braver. I thought we were the other night. Like, I thought we had a real good balance of the game. Like, we're never going to go and dominate the game. Like, we knew that. But when we had the ball, I thought we did good things with it. Like, I was really impressed with us the other night.
Yeah, I mean, probably repeating myself, but I don't think we're ever going to go into a game, well, not for a while yet, until you can kind of be competing budget-wise with some of these teams. But we can be competitive in different ways. We can be really physical, and we can just be really, you know, tenacious and get, like, draw down the break are an absolute nightmare to play against. Tommy Alua was giving Pico Lopez an absolute nightmare the other night.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
That's what we need, like.
Yeah. But like, if you look back on last season, that's what we did so well last year. we were so good, we were so compact, we were so competitive, and we were catching teams in the break. Now, I wonder, is this year now, we'll be a little bit more open in the midfield this season? And a lot
I'd say more defensively was more the problem this season than midfield.
Yeah, but as I said before, everything, you know, you have to have that bit of protection in front of your back, 3 or 4, whatever it is. We didn't seem to have that at all this season. I just noticed the last couple of games since Bates has come in, just that little bit more protection in front of them.
Well, I mean, the only difference, Richard, would be we replaced Darren Markey with Brandon Kavanagh, really, in the middle of the park. Was there anything else there last year? I can't remember. I don't think there was.
No, I suppose Shane Farrell was there and Brian Menty. They were there last year as well.
Yeah, playing alongside Markey. So, we do miss Markey. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, he is missed because, looking back through, go on one of my YouTube deep dives and get tons of footage from last year pops up with Markey playing. And I mean, Markey was quality for us. He really, really was.
Yeah, he was, yeah. As
very
well, though,
player to replace him.
Yeah. Oh, big time, like, massive fucking player for us. But, like, the last couple of games, though, Shane Farrell's been playing really well the last 2 games, like, since the Dundalk game. So, that's probably a big factor in it as well, so, but yeah, I don't know, it just, something looked different the other night, like, better, we just looked better, we did the other night, better shape,
a bit more solid,
Did it feel, I don't know about you, but it just felt like everybody was singing off the same hymn sheet the other night, and everybody was moving in the same direction at the right time, and just really fucking seeing out the plan, seeing out the game plan, which is exactly that's who we are, and that's our identity as we defend as a team from 1 to 11, everybody's a part of it. And we definitely did that the other night. And saying that, Rovers, I wouldn't say they caught us open, but they had 1 or 2 opportunities. I think it was John O'Sullivan that it was a kind of a half kind of, like, he didn't put his foot through the ball, but it ended up coming back off the post. And, we were not lucky. We defended really, really well, but they could have easily went 1 up there.
Yeah, I suppose it'd be a different game then, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Well, I think another big thing as well, was our bench. We'd a really strong bench the other night. And you're seeing these players start coming back, all of a sudden, the other night we'd Warren and Brendan Kavanagh on the bench.
Yeah, and Ansel and Jago Godden and...
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it's just giving the other players on the pitch a bit of I have to really step it up now. Like, there's lads breathing down our necks for our place. So, little things like that does help.
Look, again, not to be singling out players, but it's kind of not the elephant in the room. I'm exaggerating there, but Conor Kane had another night where he just doesn't seem to be able to, or not able to, he decides not to, he just doesn't seem to be beating players. He's not doing what he was doing at certain times last year, where he was just getting that ball, kicking that ball ahead of him and getting in a 50-50 with a player and coming out on the right side of it. I mean, he still does it occasionally, but there was definitely times the other night, but there was also times the other night where he had the ball and you were looking for somebody to come and help him out and no one did. On 1 or 2 occasions, but he can be just a bit frustrating at times, Kane, for me. I don't know how you feel. I know he's getting a bit of stick from 1 or 2 other people, but he just, is he the player that we need in that position?
Yeah. Yeah, we're already talking with Conor Kane coming home with the car the other night as well. He's definitely lacking confidence, I think, at the minute.
Is that what it is, you think?
I think so. Like, I'm not going to go on there and say he's a bad player. He's not a bad player. Conor Kane's a good player. He's a good full-back. He's got great experience in this league. He's shown it. He's proven it. But where's the Conor Kane that was taking on players, running at defenders, running into the box with the ball?
Yeah.
That's missing at the minute. He just... Now, I watched him closely the other night. He looks very frustrated with himself. And look, that can happen in football. That just happens. But yeah, I don't know what's gone wrong with him this season.
When you say it can happen, you mean you just kind of go through a phase or just go through a period of just not working out for you, but he just doesn't look confident, as you said. He's not trying to beat his man. He's turning on his heels and turning backwards. And last year he was getting into the box and getting shots off, and getting nice balls in, pinging balls in. But it's just not really happening for him.
No, and he's great ability with the ball at his feet. He can run with the ball at his feet and take on players. Haven't seen him do that this season.
It's a weird one. Look,
he's normally good for a few assists, but he's only got the one this year.
Okay, right, one. Jesus, yeah. Look, I mean that's. I'm probably looking for downsides from the other night because I don't think there was overall. And we play as a team and we win and lose and draw as a team, and you have to say that was a really good team performance the other night, without a doubt. I think everyone coming out of the ground and everyone I spoke to in the pub and that afterwards was very, very happy. But we did have chances to win that game, lads, and I know Tommy Alua had a couple. They weren't the easiest chances, and they defended well and all that. We go into more detail about them, but the chance that he had where he was running down the right, turns and gets that ball in for Anselin, and Anselin he took two touches and just kicked it off McGinty. Like that was a gilt-edged chance, lads, in the last 2 minutes of that match to win it. 3 points.
Yeah, he just had to put his boot through it, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
Moved to the net job.
Yeah. Look, I thought Lou was brilliant again the other night. I really thought he was such a threat.
Man of the match.
Yeah. I don't think I would have given him man of the match now. I thought it was, but which is a good thing, as I said. Like, we could have probably picked 3 or 4 lads the other night for man of the match.
Who do you think was your man of the match?
Well, like any of the back 3 now. Like I know Bulger got it.
On the telly.
Yeah, Bulger got it. Oh yeah,
Bulger got the club one.
Bulger got the club one.
Yeah.
Well, like, I thought Abaji was brilliant. I really did. I thought Shane Fowler was brilliant the other night again. Like, it's a while now since we had 4 or 5 players we could have picked to have man of the match, and that's a good thing. That shows how well we played the other night.
It also goes to show you how weird the game was. Like, if the club's giving Bulger centre half man of the match, and then Virgin Media are giving it to Tommy Alua, like up top, it was a strange one, all right.
Yeah. What you said there earlier, like, we didn't look on the threat, like, really, like, they weren't pounding us. Like,
no.
I didn't feel that nervousness the other night. I wasn't nervous watching that game the other night.
No, me neither.
Which was weird. It is weird watching us like that this season.
But it just sort of always felt like we had a threat. We had an outlet and we had a threat. Well, because when we managed to get the ball up the pitch to Alua and then Anselin and that when he came on and whoever, like we definitely had a threat. What about Doyle before he was taken off? What was your thoughts on him, Owen?
Yeah, he was all right. Like, nothing particularly stood out. I know he got booked early on in the game for nothing really, so that probably pissed him off. But no real standout moments or anything for him. He done all right, but nothing to write home about really.
Would you agree with that? It was probably a kind of a Doyle performance this year. It just lacked that goal, which he's been good at getting. He's obviously one of the leading goal scorers in the league, but he isn't really contributing an awful lot more than the goals.
Yeah, that's probably fair enough. Sometimes you get players like that, you just trust them to get a chance. I don't really. Did he have a chance on Friday?
No. Not
to my knowledge, isn't it? It's like he is always a threat. Like, he's the type of player that will stab something home for you, or you'll get a toe on something. But like the difference with him and Anselin, come on, like Anselin can win headers. His whole of play, I think, is better. he's probably not as good as a finisher as Doyle, because I think if Doyle had his chance the other night, it was in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think it was slightly behind Anselin. It kind of came to his back foot, which probably didn't help, but he still should have probably buried it.
Yeah. But they're two very different type players, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Very different. Like,
Is there a possibility of playing Doyle more out on the wing and Anselin up top as your number 9? Is that a possibility? It's not something that we've done.
absolutely. Yeah.
I know,
Yeah,
obviously, Anselin's only in the door 5 minutes, but you know what I mean? If Anselin's getting fitter and getting more used to his surroundings and all that, like it might be good to start him in a game and have, play Doyle in his natural position for a change, because he's been starting sort of more or less centrally as a striker, and we know that's not his role. And we can say the same thing for Alua. But is there a chance that we can sort of mix things up there and get two of them on the pitch at the same time, Doyle and Anselin, see how that looks?
You
could do, yeah.
Like, you've now got options, don't you?
Yeah.
You've no options, but yeah, no, I'd like to see Anselin now in that number 9 role, and then you'd obviously have Doyle or Alua, and you've Warren back now as well.
Yeah.
Buckner's been doing well as well, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a fan of Buckner though in that front three.
No?
No, I wouldn't be. No, I think he's better as a full back or a sort of a winger, like out wide as a attacking full back.
Do you think Buckner
I think
looks
it's better further up the pitch.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, and I think he looks he cuts a bit of a frustrated figure at times when he's playing a bit further back. He really wants to try and make those runs and beat players on the line and run along the line, and he just looks a little bit annoyed with himself at times when he's forced to be a bit more further back down, doing more defending.
I suppose he has to be more disciplined, doesn't he? If he's playing there, that you wouldn't want him up too high up the pitch.
Exactly. I think that's where he naturally would like to be.
Yeah. No, look, definitely take that point. I just like to see now in our front three. Like, if I had a choice now, I'd rather see Warren there or Alua or Doyle. But,
so what? Right, we'll go with that one. Right, what would be your ideal front three then? I think Galway, say.
Well, if we're going Galway game, I'd put in Keegan Anselin in Galway.
And who's up there with him?
I'd go Alua and Warren on each side of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Just you need that bit of physical side, and I think Keegan would bring that to you, especially against Galway.
Yeah, Galway are dirty cunts, like.
Straight in with that one.
Yeah, tricky. I would probably, I wouldn't mind seeing, I said last week, I wouldn't mind seeing Anson start against Rovers either. I just think it would have suited them better. Yeah, like, providing they're all fit. I'd probably go with Lou Anselin. I probably would go with what you said, Richard, Lou Anselin and Warren.
Yeah. Just with that physical.
And then look, if it's not working out, you've got options off the bench. Then you can bring on Buckner. Buckner against a tyrant defence would be very dangerous as well.
Yeah.
As I said,
and he's big enough for that as well. He doesn't shy from the physicality either. Like.
No, definitely not.
No, I don't think any of them do, to be fair. But yeah, it's just it sounds weird. We're discussing, we need more goals in the team, but we're all three of us are fucking considering taking the lead goal scorer out of the team, which it says a lot. It's kind of what we were talking about earlier on about how much does he contribute out from his goals, and it would be nice to see Anselin get a start up there. I wouldn't be surprised to see that in Galway on Friday, to be totally honest with you. I think he's probably ready to start the game.
Yeah, but just looking at Anselin the other night against Rovers, I thought he kept their centre half more busier than Doyle did.
Yeah, without a doubt.
He's a different option.
He's a bit of a goal drought as well. He hasn't scored since Shells at home.
Doyle?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's middle of June.
Well, that's 6 weeks?
Unless you get his own goal again with both.
Right.
But like saying that, it'll probably bring the best out of Doyle now. Have that bit of competition. It's not going to do him any harm.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just throwing these things out there, or just what would be the best options going forward for this kind of Galway game. But look, just going back to the Rovers game before we sort of move on. I think they'd two really good chances. The first one was the John O'Sullivan chance to come off the post, and the second one was their new signing, Will Fitzgerald, who was playing against Strada for the second time in 7 days, or 8 days, whatever, or 6 days. Well, it was a Saturday game in Sligo and then the Friday in United Park. He had a great chance, man. Sort of made a really good run down the wing and just sort of skimmed past the draw the player, and it was inches past the post. But I can't remember any other chances really for them. I think they were like two big chances to score, and they didn't. And then the biggest moment of the game, and I suppose it's going to be the thing that all the media probably focuses on during the week, is the fucking our Lord and Saviour Pico Lopez getting a fucking straight red card. But Alua was in his head, man, for that whole game. Alua was pissing him off. You could see it in him. He got the better of him, got the ball round him twice for one of his chances, and he was really giving Lopez a fucking hard time.
Yeah, that was good, wasn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just a pity he wasn't sent off 10 or 15 minutes before he was. That would have changed things.
It probably would have, yeah. But look, he was good though. I just think he is quality. Like, there's no doubt in how good he is. But you're right. Like, we definitely caused them problems. And Lua caused them problems.
He did.
Yeah, and it's not like him to lose. Well, look, I know he has a few red cards and that, but I couldn't believe what he did. Like, it wasn't if he was last man or like Shane Farrell was true on goal. But I think there was at least 2 or 3 covering defenders that would have probably got across to Shane.
Oh, there was, yeah. He didn't need to.
Ali was right beside him.
Yeah, what was he thinking? Like, what the fuck?
I think they're appealing that red card, like, which I'd be amazed if that's overturned. Like he was.
Yeah, but you know what?
8 foot away from them when he made contact with Farrell, and he caught Farrell high as well. Yeah, he's like catching up near hip height, like.
Yeah, because I don't know why you can notice that as well. Because he's wearing white boots, and you can see the white boot up on Shane's.
They were short.
They were short. Yeah. His thigh, yeah. Like, I couldn't believe he made that tackle. I was like, where the fuck did that come from? What was the point of that?
It was it looked like a tired tackle. It looked like he was a bit bollocks, but there was a bit of sort of petulant anger vibe off it as well. He was just like, oh, yeah, fuck this, bang. Because he was nowhere near the football. The ball had gone. The ball was 5 feet away from him.
Yeah.
And like, I think there was a couple of different angles of it. And one of the angles I was looking at, I was going, oh, right, I don't know, it doesn't look that bad. But then the other one, it was the angle of him kind of coming in from the side, from behind kind of Farrell. That looked really fucking bad. It just looks like a straight red to me. And I mean, Bradley's always going to defend his player, isn't he? He's just one of them managers. Most managers are. They're always going to come out and say, oh, I don't know whether it was a red, I haven't seen it. But even he did come out and say, oh, we don't think it was a red. Like, I mean, any Rovers fan online all said, more or less, I wouldn't say it was unanimous, but most of them said, that's a red card, lads.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Yeah, it was a bit like Mikeson's last week for Sligo, just a bit nastier, but I saw refs some consistency.
Oh, yeah, you raise a good point, Owen. On the referee, I actually thought he was okay at times. Like, there were certain challenges that he let the game flow, and then he made some absolutely stupid fucking decisions where you're thinking, here we go again, and then he goes and gives them a red, which some referees might not have given Rovers a red, and especially, as I said, Lopez being a bit of a fucking celebrity hero these days. You might have had refs that might have had a ward in his ear instead.
Yeah. I thought he was poor now. I thought he was bad, the referee. Like, especially the incident, was it Keegan was true.
The advantage, yeah.
Yeah, the advantage, Owen, like, that's blatant. You just let the play go and then you come back and book them.
Yeah.
You don't have to stop the game to book them.
I think it was a challenge on Farrell, wasn't it?
Yeah, in around the midfield. Like,
Yeah.
I thought that was a poor.
I think poor Farrell got fouled a good few times.
Yeah, no, he did. No, but you're right, though. That was ridiculous. Just let the fucking play go and then call it back and book the player. Like,
Yeah, because if you're going to do that, so every player's going to just blatantly foul somebody then to stop the game.
so frustrating.
It is. And then just on that, like you were saying, Shane Farrell, like, how good was he the other night? Like, he was all over the place. And he was drawing in free kicks, he was drawing in fouls, he was brilliant, he was. You know, which was a big difference the other night, I thought.
100%, and that's exactly the player we know he can be. And that's the player that we need now for whatever we have left, 10 games. We need that level of consistency, and we need that sort of team performance. Yeah. And it's been looking better over the last while. We've all been saying it, apart from, I suppose, Sligo was a bit of a letdown for parts of the first half. But I think one of you are of the opinion that they cut us open and they were really, really good and there wasn't much we could do about it. But, you know, there has been a definite upturn in our fortunes over the last while, and we need that now, especially kind of going to the likes of Galway now on Friday night. It's absolutely massive after fucking Galway got a draw against Bows and Waterford go and fucking win against Shells. I mean, it's getting really, really tight down there now.
Yeah, that was a sick one that we saw yesterday. Like, how fucking shit are Shells?
They were shocking, yeah.
Wendy, like, you know, it's so frustrating when you see that.
It just stank of, oh, well, we're in Europe. You know, we're after getting a big, huge result in Europe, and now we're playing Ajax, and you know, some of them players was kind of strolling around. Like, I know it was Paddy Barrett that made a mistake for the goal, and you probably couldn't accuse him of not being, you know, up for a game. But just some of them just looked, I don't know, maybe I'm reading into things that aren't there. But you know, you can't take your eye off the league, lads.
No,
you just can't. But it happened. It does happen.
Yeah, I was fucking watching it. I was watching the first half, but he looked so lazy, so fatigued. Look, and I know they're playing in Europe, but they're professional footballers. There should no excuse anymore for that. And like, a big Shells fucking fan base went down there. Like, the Shells have a great crowd below in Waterford.
Yeah. And especially going to Waterford under Coughlin, we all know what you're getting now. Like, I mean, you're not only getting, there's quality in that team, we all know it. But you're not just getting the quality, you're getting the kind of work rate. You're getting the same kind of work rate that you're going to get against Galway or Drogheda or, you know, any of the other teams that are in and around that bottom. Like, there's no easy games in the league. But everyone knows, like, Waterford had opportunities to win it from open play. They missed the penalty. They could have been 2-0. Just, Shell's attitude just kind of didn't look great.
No, it stunk.
Bad, like, that's a bad reflection as well on a new manager coming in, like.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Without a doubt, yeah.
He lost in the Cup, he's won in Europe, then lost in Europe, and then lost in the league. I mean, that's not a great start from 4 games.
No, he hasn't really set on fire, has he?
No, he fucking hasn't, and it just makes life so much more complicated down the bottom for everybody. What's the points situation? Did anyone have a look at that before we come on down the bottom?
Yeah, I have it here, Alan.
She's tight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is tight.
I think Waterford.
So we have 27. Waterford have 25. Sligo have 22. All the same amount of games played. Galway are 2 points ahead of us with 1 game less played. Derry are 3 points ahead of us, like,
with the same amount of games played.
Same amount of games, yeah. So it's very tight. Like Waterford are near enough the form team in the league last few games. Like,
so I'll say that again to me. Sligo at bottom on the many points.
Sligo bottom on 22. Waterford ninth with 25. We're 8th with 27. Galway are 7th with 29. Derry are 6th with 30. And then up to Sheld. Sheld are 5th with 34.
Okay, fucking hell. So we're only 2 points ahead of Waterford now.
Yeah.
And 5 points ahead of Sligo. And we still have to play Sligo in United Park.
We do.
Are we finished with Waterford?
No, we're playing the last away game of the season. Second last game.
Is it? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's in October, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you not vote Helbig for that now?
Do you know what? I don't know. I don't think so, but I thought there was a way for that because I'm going to play golf, but I think we're going before that. I think I'll be around for that game.
It's the 23rd of October.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back for that one. That's going to be a big one, isn't it?
That could be absolutely massive.
Right, Jesus, yeah. That one. Right, okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully we've pulled away before that one comes around. But it's not looking likely at the minute.
I have a feeling, lads, that it's probably going to go down to the wire, down to the last fucking game of the season for the relegation playoff and whoever's going down. I'd say definitely the last 2 games of the season, it'll still be up for grabs.
Do you reckon?
Just the way things are going.
Because it's so tight, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're playing Galway home last game of the season.
We've brought from a goal in the last 2 games.
Yep.
Fuck. Jesus. And
Deadly, isn't it?
And then we can cup final the following week, is it?
Exactly, yeah.
Then the playoff the week after that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's it's mad how it works out, isn't it? That we've them to play at the end of the season.
That's one word for it.
Yeah. Well, look, we'll worry about that when it comes around, but yeah. Like that just goes to show how big next week is going to be now, the way to Galway.
Yeah, look, I mean, not really expecting a whole lot from it from a football point of view after what I seen, and I'm not having a go or anything, but after what I seen from Galway in the Bows game yesterday, I watched a good bit of that one as well. I mean, they're never out of games, they're always in a game, and Bows did batter them, but Bows are well capable of it. Like, they had all the big, they brought on a good few subs in the second half, and they sort of battered Galway a little bit, but Galway were always in it. And
Galway took their chance was the key thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they should have the man sent off, but ref missed that one.
Oh, what was that one again, Owen? You mentioned it, alright.
Harley kicked one of the Bows lads on the ground. Like the ball was at his chest, and he sort of went to kick the ball, but kicked your man.
I missed that. I must have fucking turned it off for a minute or something. I don't remember that. Yeah, look, and again, I suppose just from a league point of view, fucking Bows will be kicking themselves. They had the opportunity to go a little bit closer to Rovers because, I mean, nobody took advantage of anything all over the weekend except Waterford. They're the only team to win.
Yeah. Look, it does show how competitive the league is, doesn't it?
But no one's taking their chances, Richie, to get anywhere near.
No, there's nobody running away with anything.
Rovers will sort of probably just win it at a canter. They'll probably end up 10 points clear of everyone because those teams have chances week in, week out because Rovers aren't great at the moment. They're in a bit of a transitional period. They're playing a lot of young players. They're also in Europe. Pats aren't in Europe. And then Pats can't go and win that game the other day as well. Like, terrible.
Yeah. And I suppose the 2 biggest disappointing teams this year, like you have to say it is Pats and Derry. Now,
yeah.
Like, I know Pats are up there, they're the right side of the table, you know what I mean? But, as you saying, they should be taking advantage of it, shouldn't they, this year?
Yeah, you'd have expected them to be closer, like, with Derry in particular, just seriously underperforming. Like, they're not out of the playoff race either, like.
No. Like,
they're 3 points ahead of us.
Yep.
And we have to play them at home, like, as far as I know.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're playing them at home, like, so
You'd absolutely
And with
love
all
to
that
see
shit
that.
going on with James McLean and everything, it's not happy camp up there.
No,
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 and some absolute dickhead putting up a Thatcher banner. Did you see that?
seeing it.
Oh, it's pathetic that, yeah.
Tiernan Lynch hated more than Thatcher. I mean, for fuck's sake, for somebody from Derry especially to put the likes of
Yeah,
that. She was a fucking
brain dead.
absolute antichrist. One of the most hated people on the planet. And you hate Tiernan Lynch more than you hate Thatcher. I mean, I couldn't get over it. Apparently it only stayed up for a minute and it was pulled down. But yeah, no, things aren't good there, which is good for us, I suppose. But to be honest with you, they were the better side against Pats.
I didn't get to see it.
I'm telling you, they played Pats off the park at times. Yeah.
Yeah, they have quality in their team. There's no denying it, but whatever's just gone wrong for them.
The usual crack though, they've a load of quality in the team and then they seem to get rid of half of it and bring in a load more quality and nothing changes.
Yeah, and I seen they signed another player the other day again. Like, it's like, what
Oh,
the fuck?
Yeah,
yeah.
they got rid of Rob Slevin. They got a bit light at defenders and they got rid of Rob Slevin.
Yeah.
He's gone on loan to Coleraine, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
That was
I was just trying to say it earlier today, yeah.
I was meant to get in from Galway.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right, and he's like an experienced League of Ireland defender.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? But, yeah, now look, just going back, like the whole league is competitive and you're seeing teams like that underperforming. But it's a tough league this year.
Like, we know what we need to do, and I think what we really need to do now is go away and win away from home and beat one of our rivals that's in and around us, and we have an ample opportunity to go and do that on Friday night. The only annoying thing about it is now is that we seem to be going, this season is so weird, like having to play 5 games without fans and all the crap that happened off the pitch. And then you have to go and play fucking Waterford with their new manager bounce. You go and play Sligo with their new manager bounce. And now we have to go and play fucking Galway, who are returning to Terryland for this, return home after playing a load of games in Pearse Stadium. So they have a new pitch now, and it's all, all buzzing for their big game on Friday. Like, they'll probably have a bumper crowd there, and they'll be well up for it. You know what I mean? But there's no excuses. But there just always seems to be some sort of bit of fanfare around all these teams that we're going to play in their first game with a new manager or their first game back in the stadium. And, it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but we really need, like, I know how difficult it's going to be. Like, I know we did win there this year already, but they're a tough fucking side to go and play against them. We all know what to expect. It's going to be this kind of war of attrition thing where there won't be a ton of football played, and it's who can defend set pieces and then who can take your chances from set pieces. It's going to be one of them games.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, look, it's, as you said, we know what to expect in Galway. It's always the same. But we are capable lads of going here and getting results. And like, it'd be some statement, wouldn't it, if we go down here and win Friday night?
Absolutely, yeah. Wouldn't be too many teams taking 6 points from back from DC Park.
No.
True.
And like, I think we are playing well enough, and I think the confidence is up at the minute. And if we can defend the way we did the other night, and that sort of stuff, defend as a unit, like, yeah, it's a massive game. It's a massive game.
Yeah, is it like, I know you can kind of take those two goals in Sligo out of the equation, but we have been defending way better over the last while, and we do, as I said, we definitely defended from 1 to 11 the other night defensively. I thought we were really, really good. If we go to Galway and put in a performance like that, at the least you're talking about coming out of there with a point, and you would be hoping that the likes of either Alua or Anselin and, the lads that kind of missed chances the other night, and that was against Rovers, who are, no disrespect to Galway, but Rovers there's way more quality there in that Rovers team than there is in probably most teams in the league. But if we can go there and just create those kind of chances, you'd be really hopeful of us taking one of them.
Yeah. Well, look, we're definitely going to have to, aren't we? Because
we need to start.
Yeah, we're not going to get too many chances below here. So
No, it's going to be a slog, I think, as usual.
Yeah. But I think it'll suit the likes of Bates. I think this is the type of game that will suit him.
In what way?
Just that physical side of the game, that scrap, like a battle, you know.
Yeah.
And it is, and I think it'll suit Anselin. I think, like, if it was me now picking a team, I'd be starting him because we're going to need players just to hold the ball up and win headers. And when we do get the ball up their end, you need to be keeping it there. And I think he's the man to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just on the pitch in Galway, did they relay the pitch? Was that what this whole thing was, that they were playing in the GAA grounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, drainage work or something on it, and yeah. I don't know. I think the man will spend more time in the air than on the pitch on Friday, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because you'd wonder why Caulfield let that happen, because does it suit Galway to have an actual football pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, they don't own the ground, so.
Oh, that's fucking true too. And I know if there's any Galway people listening to this, you're probably going, what's he on about? Like, he's a Drogheda fan. But, you know, they do get it directed at them the whole time that they don't play an awful lot of football, which isn't actually true. And it was the same last year. I watched them a good few times, and there's some good players in that team, and they're capable of keeping the ball on the deck when they want. A bit like us.
Oh, yeah.
They choose not to. They choose not to at times, and it's the same crack. And it was the same crack against Rovers the other night. Like, even if we got a throw in their half, you're bringing your three centre halves up, and you're getting everyone in the box for set pieces. And Galway do the exact same thing. I think we're very sort of evenly matched that way.
We are very similar, big time.
Very similar.
But come here, lads, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing to your strengths.
No.
Like, I actually hate this football snobbery at times. Like, I mean, I've seen a few comments online the other night after the Drogheda Rovers game. Oh, that was the worst game, like, I've seen, and Drogheda the worst team in the league for playing football. Like, fuck off, like, you know what I mean? Like, who says football has to be played on the ground, and, who's, like, there's two sides to a game of football, and you can play it whatever way you want. You know, I just don't like that. I mean, that shit.
No, I mean, it's total bollocks. Look at Shells, look at Derry. Derry play loads of football at times, and they might have loads of possessions of football, and they're right down there with us. And Shelbourne aren't too far away. You know, they're two teams with really good midfielders and lads that play the ball on the deck, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's broken record stuff here, and there's nobody coming out of that ground the other night, even Rovers fans, that didn't think, well, you know what, a draw match was probably a fair result here. And it was. It probably wasn't the best game in the world. I think it came alive at times in the second half. And the last 5 or 10 minutes, there was more energy in the ground than there was for the whole night. And I think that's because Lopez was sent off. And we had a couple of good chances and all that. But like that, the other night, that was a draw. That was a really fair result. And it was a draw match. And, you know, we play in a very different way to them. But as you said, you know, there's different ways to skin a cat and all that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of these comments are coming from these lads who watch English Premier League football every week.
Yeah.
You know, and like, they're two completely different leagues, and the League of Ireland is brilliant in what it is, and we know what it's like. You know, like, and we never compare it to the English Premier League.
No.
You know,
Some of the Premier League games are absolute dirt as well. Like,
of course they are, and they're only being bigged up by Sky Sports and bloody.
That's, yeah.
Fucking Gary Neville and Carrick are bigging it up because they're being paid by Sky Sports to do that. So,
yeah, we all know as well, like, the look of a stadium and camera angles and fucking drone cameras and all sorts of fucking angles and all that can make a game look a lot more quality than it actually is. Yeah. It's the spectacle of it and all that. And then you put a game in some way, like United Park, where you're looking at Amble Crescent for half the night, and fucking, you know what I mean? It does look cat on the telly from an outside perspective. So I think you're right. I think a lot of these people are looking at a TV show and thinking, oh, this isn't as half as entertaining as fucking, you know, Sky Sports, Premier League, or, you know, whatever other leagues they decide to look at. Like, I think a lot of that's ridiculous, and Yeah, I think a lot of people are clueless when it comes to that, because I did see there was a reply to that comment from another Rovers fan saying, well, obviously they don't play the worst football in the league because they're not bottom of the league. The
Yeah.
team who is bottom of the league are renowned for playing really
Good
nice,
football.
passing, entertaining football, but yet they're in a relegation battle every year for the last 3 or 4 years. So
Yeah.
take your
Yeah.
pick. You cut your
Yeah.
claw.
But you know what? I actually enjoyed that 0-0 the other night. I thought as a 0-0 goes, it was entertaining.
Yeah, very much
You
so.
know, it was, and you have to look at the League of Ireland for what it is. It's a unique league. It's like the fans are right on top of the pitch. It's still probably real old school,
Hmm.
and it is what it is. And yeah, I just don't get these comments at all.
No. Or it could have been just some bitter Rovers fan who thought they were the better side and should have won and didn't. I don't know. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I don't care, to be totally honest with you. Fuck them. Look, don't get us wrong either. There is weeks where we give out yards about the kind of football that we're playing. But as we said, we were playing very similar football last year, except we were defending better and we were getting teams on the break. But tactically, it was more or less the same. We're not really setting up drastically different or trying to play the game in a different way, but it's just not working out for us as well as it did last year. But we were happy as Larry with what was happening last year. So, you have to take the good with the bad. So what was I going to say? So just team wise going into the game, I think we've already kind of said what we'd like to see in Galway. Obviously I think he's just going to go with the same back five. Midfield wise, probably start Bates again. Farrell, Ryan. Will Ryan get another start? He looked okay the other night. I don't think there's any injuries or anything for anyone. Bulger would be the only concern. I think he looked crocked to me for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's probably just wrecked, was he?
He
Yeah,
did get
I'd
a
say
knock.
he'd be okay.
Mm.
Hope so.
I wonder now. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I wonder now if either Cruz or Quinn are back fit now. Would you slot one of them back in instead of Conor Kane?
I probably would after what he said about him a few minutes ago.
Yeah. Look, we do know Doherty doesn't really do that, but I do think Kane needs a bit more competition there. He's like maybe getting dropped for a game or two will do him the world of good.
I don't think you're going to see anyone replacing him from the get-go, because they've been out for weeks and weeks and weeks now.
Yeah.
So there's no way he's
Yeah.
going to throw one of them in from the start. But you might see him get replaced. I'd say if Cruz was fit, we would have seen him play a lot more minutes over the last while. I'd say it would have been a combination of Kane and Cruz.
Yeah. Like, I think you could play Quinn there. I think Quinn would be a good replacement as well. You could slot him in there.
He's done it before.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. So, but yeah, no, you're right. If you went injured and only coming back, but he won them maybe during the last 20 minutes in that position, maybe.
Who was on the bench the other night? None of them made the bench the other night. I'm right in saying that. Is there any word on them coming back? Any from the injuries?
I haven't
I think
heard.
Kev just had an interview that they'd be back soon, so
Mm.
I think they're out running and doing like the pre-match warm-ups and stuff, so probably not too far away.
And
Yeah.
Ethan O'Brien, any crack with him? Forgot about him.
I think Kev said it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. He said he'd be at least a few weeks. So,
Jeez, that's another great option there, lads. Him with Bates. I fucking totally forgot all about him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I think Doherty said that himself. Look, when he gets everybody back fit, he is happy enough with the squad. But it's getting them all fit together, isn't it? At the same time,
Yeah.
But yeah, look, I definitely go. Look, definitely the back three. I think you go Bulger, Healy, and Abaji.
Yeah.
I was going to be okay. Who was it? Buckner, was it?
Yeah.
And I'd be going Ryan, Shane. Look, I'd probably go the same again. I'd go Ryan, Shane, and Bates.
And then up top, as we were saying, it'd be nice to see Anselin get a start, but who knows?
Yeah. But as I said, it was me. I would pick Anselin, and I'd go Warren, and I'd go Alua. And like that's giving us serious options. Like to see Warren coming on the other night and Brandon Kavanagh was brilliant options, lads, and brilliant experience to be bringing on. But we didn't have that this season at all.
Did you just pick 11 outfield players there?
No. Did I?
Five at the back.
I think if we go with that team, we definitely win playing with 12.
No, I didn't, did I?
You
No,
went
I
for 5-3-3.
Yeah, we could, like, if we can get away with it, why not?
Hopefully the fucking ref doesn't notice. We'd be grand.
Yeah. No, you go Bates, Brennan and Farrell in the midfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then
They got
3
two
wide
up
up front. 2.
Oh, yeah.
Confusing me now.
We're only allowed 10 plus the goalkeeper, so right, we'll be grand. But definitely, I would love to see Anselin get the start, but I don't think we will.
You know.
No, I don't think he will. I don't know why. I just think it's Kev. He just, I think he likes Doyle and he loves Alua, and I think he's just going to go with them too.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, if we can play like we know we can, and I fucking sound like a broken record, people are going, yeah, well capable of going to Galway and getting something out of this game, and it's going to be an absolute fucking scrap. And that's the only reason that I don't know whether Doyle will suit that kind of thing. Is he willing to put in the graft and the hard yards against the likes of Galway in Galway? Maybe Anselin's a bit more suited to that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't.
You'd be surprised now. Like, he has options now, Doherty. He has options.
Yeah, and in fairness to him, when he does have the options, Kev, he's not afraid to use the players off the bench now. He will throw in a couple of lads. I know he gave Bates. I think Bates got 60 minutes the other night. And then was it Godden that replaced him? I think it was.
Yeah.
So, he is willing to do it. He threw in, like, the last few minutes, I think he brought on Anselin and Warren Davis. They were two very positive substitutions.
Yeah, really well, yeah.
He wasn't settling for the point. Like, he wanted us to push on and try and get more than a point out of the game. Like, fair play to him against Rovers.
Yeah, and I think Rovers put on Lee Grace, which was centre half.
Yeah, so that's who I think Alua was up against running in when he passed the ball in for Anselin. It was Lee Grace.
Yeah, he fucking roasted him, didn't he?
He did roast him, and he's a big boy, Grace, as well. But he physically toned him.
Yeah, and he's a good player, Grace. He's a good centre half.
Some experience.
Yeah. So no, you're right. It was very positive, so it was, which is good to see.
No, 100%. Just before we go, fair play. I think the Ultras raised, what am I right in saying, 15 grand?
16, I think, last third.
Right, wow, that's amazing. So
the Ultras and the supporter social group, yeah.
No, so fair play to all of them. That's fucking fantastic. I never actually made it over. I did buy some tickets and all that, but I never actually made it over to the game itself. But it looked like everyone had a ball, and fair play to everybody fair play to everybody who bought a ticket and supported it and went on the day, but more fair play to the boys for putting it all together. I know it was a massive amount of work, and they deserve a pat on the back for that one. I know they got a lot of shit this year, and deservedly so, but you have to hand it to them when they do good stuff. They do good stuff, so fair play to them. Two great charities, and I seen the list of prizes come out there earlier on, and I seen a couple of the Ultras won 2 prizes. I didn't win any. No, I'm not trying to say anything. No.
Some things that people organising the raffle win the raffle, is that what you're saying?
No. These things happen. Everyone buys a ticket, I'm not saying anything. Was it Big Al who won a voucher for a Barbers last year, was it?
Yeah.
Did you know that one, Richie?
What was that one?
Big Al won a voucher for a Barbers.
Brilliant. I wonder
Big Al's bald for anyone that doesn't know Big Al.
Yeah, sorry, bit of a private joke there, yeah. He's completely bald and he wins a fucking voucher for the Barbers.
Yeah, deadly. Yeah. No, it was great achievement. And I think was very short notice for them, wasn't it? Organising it. They didn't have as much time as they did last year.
No,
Yeah, no, that's right. There was a bit of
issue.
I think getting a venue and stuff, and it was the format change. They were looking at doing a 5-a-side or something, but they got the availability for United Park then, and so it looks like it's going to be a yearly thing. So roll on next year as well, raise more money for local charities.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I actually thought they were brilliant Friday night as well. The Ultras, was a good atmosphere with them.
Yeah, the banner was brilliant as well.
It was brilliant, and we spoke about it before. Like they really do make a difference on a Friday night up there, the Ultras.
Big time.
Yeah, and we do need them.
Geez,
Yeah, we do need them, and we need them. And this is the side of the Ultras that we need. This is the good side. You know what they did on Saturday and what they did Friday night, and it's brilliant. That banner was class.
It was absolutely massive. Fuck me, the size of it.
Yeah, brilliant. And a great bunch of lads when, you know what I mean? And
look,
the atmosphere was brilliant, so it is.
What they add to a match night, Richie, was never in doubt. Like, I mean, Kev says it all the time, and you've heard players say it all the time about how the support can drive them on, when we need it. Like, and definitely the other night, I mean, there was lulls in the game, all right, when I got a little quiet here and there, but that's natural, and I kind of like that, to be honest with you. Sometimes when it's just 95 minutes of just constant drumming and that, sometimes it takes away a little bit. Sometimes I like when there's a little bit of a quiet and then it kicks back in again and it kind of reflects what's going on the pitch rather than just like the Derry Ultras would drive you absolutely bananas with that drum. That red and white army going on for 15, 20 minutes at a time is just fucking infuriating. But I think when the sort of crowd, including the Ultras, sort of reflects what's happening on the pitch, it's class for the atmosphere. And I know definitely we need them going in for the last 10 games are going to be massive and be deadly to see some good away support in Galway on Friday. I'm going to definitely try and get over. I know you're thinking of heading over on as well, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going over, yeah.
Yeah. You're away, Richie. You won't make it.
I'm on holidays now. I'm going to miss it, but I'll definitely be watching it.
You will, absolutely, 100%. Yeah. Right, lads, we'll get the predictions. We'll start with you as usual, on.
I was going to say we'll win 2-1.
2-1 draw. Okay, Richie.
I'm going to go 1-0 draw.
I'm going to go the same. A scrappy shite game. No football whatsoever, but 1-0 draw.
Yeah, Keegan Anthony to score the first goal.
Yeah, I think that'd be fantastic. Oh, Godden to return to the scene of the crime and nick one for us. That'll do me.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Game. Yeah. Before we go on, do we have a usual fact now?
Yeah, we have a fax come in earlier just today. Fabrice is in Meath at the moment.
Oh.
Fairly foreign, yeah. What's he saying? One for you to review. He sent me a link to a site about football stats. It's footystats.org. He said, you thought I was joking about Alua and his XG. Here's the proof. I just have some stats about Alua. His last few seasons. But yeah, loads of nerdy shit.
Was he being critical of his XG or positive?
Critical.
Right, okay. Right.
They just Friday night at the game.
It's actually, yeah, he was there, we were chatting to him Friday, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, he poured him into a taxi at about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So where do we want to go with this Alua chat, or do we just want to ignore it?
I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Like, we've acknowledged that email received, or fax received, sorry. But actually, there is some handy stuff on that footy stats site, like, because you can see actually Alua's improved his stats on last year. Now he's playing a bit more proper position out wide left, opposed to the striker, but yeah.
Right. Yeah, look, the jury's out. We know what he's capable of. He does have to improve his finishing. There's no doubt in the world about that. But he is adding a lot to us at the moment. We'd miss him if he wasn't there.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I got a bit of an earful off somebody in the beer garden the other night for defending him, and they don't rate him whatsoever, and they wouldn't have him in the team. And I'm just thinking, right, well, from where we are at the moment, you take him out of that team, we're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss his work rate, and we're gonna miss, there's things about him that we're kind of relying on at the moment.
Yeah.
Especially
That for fighting in Galway should suit him as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got that power and he's aggressive and yeah, no, absolutely. Anyway, this is turning into the Tommy Lewis show every week. Right, lads, we leave it there and hopefully, Owen, I'll see you on Galway on Friday and we'll talk to you, Richie, in a couple of weeks. Enjoy the holidays.
Yeah, cheers, lads. Enjoy Galway.
Will do.
Yeah. Talk to you then.
All right, lads.
Boys.
Cheers. Bye.
Two before you're leaving, and the fishermen come, and the fishermen go, and the water gets dirty all the time. Pollution, it's killing all the fish, and it's hard to make a living on the point. Less than 20